Hi, welcome. This is Julie Torrens. So today I'm wanting to work on this little journal that I made, and we'll take a look at it in a second. I've got this Stamperia, and it is postal art. It is called Format G. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what it's called, but it's a stencil that has postal. So we've got that. I've got some plain paper. I've got some book page paper, and we'll talk about how we're going to use those. And I've got some ephemera, and I've got some inks, and I've got some punches. So this is the little journal I talked about I think it was 2 videos ago. I will link her again. I did link her before, Natasha at Treasure Books. And it was Susie. Hi, Susie. Susie that was telling me about a 6x6 journal that she was making. And I had a bunch of 12 by 12. So this is the cover. Open it up. Here is a tuck spot or a pocket. And I put 2 tags. And I'm going to be pulling this out as we go because this is what we're going to be decorating. So we've got this. Then this opens up. So this is a fold out, and we have a pocket here. Now we did these watercolors together. So I put one of the little watercolors in there. This won't need anything. Well, yes, it does. Let's do it right now before we forget. It needs its corners rounded. So we can just get that out of the way. It's one of those things that I can easily forget. I'm at the post office and I'm thinking, ooh, did I round those corners? So let's get them rounded right now. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. So this folds back in, and as I said, we have a pocket here. We've got the ephemera for that. Then this opens up here, and now we missed a pocket. How did we miss it? No, we didn't miss a pocket. All right, let's go back. So this opens up. Yeah, we did. How am I missing that pocket? You can see how I didn't quite get this put together right. Where is that pocket? Oh, this opens up. That's how. Oh, gee. Like I said, I didn't quite get it put together right, but I think it's fine. So I've got this for a journaling card. And remember we made these master boards together? So that's going to get some decorating. Now we can close this up, and now we can turn this over, and here this opens up. This opens up, and I've got just some plain white paper that we're going to decorate, and we're going to put that in here for some journaling space. And then here's another pocket, and so I thought we can decorate this, another journaling card. I have a little pocket here. Really, it's more of a tuck spot. And I thought we could put some plain paper in there. And then the back also has a pocket. So here's the journal. Now here's the ephemera that we're going to hopefully work on together. And I'll just go through it one more time and see if I can do it right. So here's the cover. Open this. Fold out, pocket. Fold this back in, but this whole thing opens up, pocket. And now bring it around, open up area, and flip down, and pocket, little tuck spot. This opens up, and then the back has a pocket. So there we have it. And I got this paper from when I was at the Crafter's Warehouse, and I picked it up because it was a very good deal. I think it's honestly cheaper than what I could make it myself. I also have a bunch of ephemera out here, but we've got to cover that. But my girlfriend came over, and I knew she wanted to do some Valentines for her students. So I picked out that postal paper, So I thought that would be fun. Now, this is my recipe book that I use for taking a book page. So I just thought we could glue this on a page, and that will cover up the pizza box. And we're still going to decorate the front. So here's one for that. We'll just do these one at a time. Why not? Okay. So we're going to start out with the back. Now, I'm going to be using this Beacon foam and poster board adhesive. Now, many of you are very familiar with fiber, what's it called? Fiber tack? And I use that too. And that's a Beacon product. And as a matter of fact, that container and this container look almost identical. But I went on their website to read about this and the difference between this and the Fabri-Tac. And the only thing that they claim on their website, the Beacon website, that's different is that the glue in my hand will not attach, what are those things called? They're three-dimensional things that you put on fabric. It'll come to me. But anyway, so I am just finding this glue is fabulous. It's a little less expensive than the Fabri-Tac, and I think it works great. Applique, that's the word I couldn't think of. It says you cannot use this glue to put appliques on fabric, whereas the Fabri-Tac you can. So, you know, we're not using that kind of a application. We know that. But when we're doing heavy lace on these different substrates that we use, well, I wouldn't trust this for that. I would stick with my Fabri-Tac for that. But for paper on cardboard, even though it's a little bit shiny, I think it will be fine. I've been using it lately quite a bit, and I really like it. Now, I bought that one at the dollar store. And for $1.25, I understand ounce per ounce. It is not the best deal compared to if you buy a bigger bottle, but I didn't want to buy a bigger bottle till I found out what it was like. So I don't mind. And I'll tell you, these little bottles are kind of handy because when it starts getting goopy and stuff, you can throw it away. All right, there we go. So we've got this on the back, which is fine. Here's the front. So I saved out some of the stamps, well, you know, postage stamps, I mean, not like sticker stamps, but that I thought I could use as part of the embellishments on this. I think that would be really, really pretty. That's awfully pale. It's stuck. There we go. All right, so this would go that way. This would go, that's upside down, this way. These are the stamps from two different boards, two different scrapbook papers. All right, let's see. Can I get a couple of more? That's just sweet, isn't it? Okay, I like this. I don't want to go too crazy with this. All right, I like that. Now what I'm going to do first off is I've got my inks. These are my Tim Holtz, but they're the archival type, so that if it gets wet, it doesn't, let's just take these off. If it gets wet, it won't move, kind of a thing. I like that better because I never know what I'm doing in mixed media. So let's get a cosmetic sponge. I'm going to go ahead and I'm kind of tossed between the gray or the brown, and I have an awful lot of gold going on, so I think I'm going to go with the vintage photo, and I'm just going to do the edges of these stamps. I think it'll help them show up more. I don't know, and it just frames things and gives it a nice look. Now, I don't own one of those scissors that cuts like a perforation for a stamp. So I just used what I had. And this one is a kind of a scallopy one. And the other one is like a pinking shears. And I think they both work fine. Those ones that are designed to give you that perforated stamp look, I have found multiple sets of these Fisker scissors that have the different edges on them. And that's the scissors that's always missing. Isn't that something? So I have looked just to buy it individually, and I haven't found it yet. I haven't looked that hard. But, oh, I dropped that on the floor. That's just like the Bermuda Triangle. I'm going to pick up another one. Really doesn't matter. Let me grab one more. I can pick that up later. Here's a blue one. I kind of like that. I got a blue one. Meant to be. Okay. So we've got our 5 stamps, which I like. And then let's get a piece of that book page again. Didn't I have some left over? Well, heaven only knows what I did with it. Maybe I put it in here. No, I don't think so. All right, let's get a little bit of book page. And I'm just taking off that edge from the spiral binding. And let's just put a bit of book page. I'm taking off this margin, and I'm gonna take one here and see how it looks like this. And we can have 2 stamps on here. And then we've got the 3 stamps over here. Does it need another piece of book page? That's what's going on in my mind. Do I wish I had another piece of book page? I don't know. I don't know that it would be necessary. And I think I'd rather have this either narrower or over a bit. And I think I'm going to go with narrower. Maybe put that on the edge a little bit more. Okay, I like that. Now what about this skinny piece? I could just put, I think that's what I'll do. I'll put a piece right about there. So, okay, let's move these again. So how are you doing? Are you working in your art journals, or do you have a project that you're working on? Now again, I'm not going to use a glue stick on this because this is this acrylic, and that especially there's metallic on here, and that stuff is slippery. So I want her to be able to pull these in and out of pockets and not have an issue. So that's why I'm going with the art glitter glue. Okay, that looks good. And have sticky fingers. Let's get a piece of paper towel before we make more of a mess here. Okay, that looks good. Pretty good. Better. All right, and now this little piece. Very good. Now the bigger 2 stamps. Let me know in the comments what you think. I just think that this masterboard matched this paper, and I didn't even own this paper when I made that masterboard. Just, you know what it is probably? It's the colors I like. And so you'll find that you tend to buy products that, you know, of course, suit your taste. And I bet that's kind of what went on here. Let's not have this upside down. Little paper towel. Good. And now the ruler stamps. So I am home. Was supposed to work tonight, but nope. We've got storm warnings up for snow. So the driving is not going to be safe for me. I like this. I hope you like it. A little more. Okay, that looks good. Now I've got my larger corner rounder, and I think that's what I'm going to use on this. A little more dramatic. And, you know, change it up a bit. Don't want to be too predictable. Oh, I like that. Good. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to ink up these edges the same as I inked up those stamps. And we'll have one done. Just like that. And I believe all the inks and glues will be dry, and dry enough that we can put it all back together and kind of see what we've got. What do you say? We'll try. If I don't get it all done today, then I'll bring it back. You know, we'll finish it up together. I'm doing both sides. This size has conversion charts. 1 egg equals a 1/4 cup. How many teaspoons in a tablespoon, that kind of thing. So that's fun. All right, one done. Looking good. Okay, let's pull another one up here. This is another journaling card. And let's think, do we don't have to use the stamps on everything. I think it would be nice to use maybe 1 or 2 stamps on it, but I've got a whole lot of other ephemera. Let's see what we've got going on here. Now these are butterflies. I can tell you right now they probably won't show up as good, although I should check. Well, maybe they would. We'll keep it in mind. And then these are just like little ephemeras like that. I don't know. The colors seem kind of almost autumn-like, so we'll keep it in mind. And let's grab another one. What have we got in here? Okay, so these I like. Let's grab. We'll just again we'll keep it in mind, but we'll know the red tin has something we may want. All right, what's in this one? This is what I was looking for. Okay. Now, I still want to keep in kind of the same colors-ish. This is a darker pink, and that blue matches that blue. So we've got that one. This one is quite similar. This one just shows up more green. Let's see if we can find something else. I don't mind this peachy color. Not crazy about the red. Let's see. Oh, what about this one? I like that better than this. Okay, let's see what else we've got in that vein. Well, things jumping out at me. I've got some of these things that we could use, like a flower. Let's see, I love that flower there. And a little leaf. Okay, we're going to have the flower for sure. I don't know. This combo just isn't sending me. Keep looking. It's one of those things that when you find the right thing, you'll like it. Now, I like that better. This isn't doing anything for me. Maybe I'll stick with book page. That may be the way to go. I'm just going to give a quick look again in this one, but... Well, now I found a pink one. Let's see. A couple of pink ones. This is a pinkish one. I like that. I like that. Now, why didn't I like this one? Let's just leave those out and just give it a look, see? Okay, now, if we put one of these up here, one of these down here, this one could go with the flower. This one could just go on its own. That's a heart, not a flower. There's the flower. And then we could still go with some of the postage. I'm looking for one of these that has a little of the gold. That doesn't do anything for me. I like this combination. I'm just seeing maybe it wouldn't have to be right on top of it. More like this. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. Let's see about some of the smaller stamps. That's about as colorless as you can get. Here's a blue one and another one of those kind of a goldish color. Let's see about some more here. Here's a little handful of them. Okay, here's a pink one. So we could do here and here, and then maybe one of these lighter ones and put the heart with it. Okay, see, I like that. And then this here, maybe a blue stamp here. Okay, let's do that. I like that. Okay. Now, maybe a little book page between these two. I think once I ink them up, I think they'll be okay. So let's get back to the inking. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't ink these ahead of time, because I didn't know which ones I was going to use. And I can't ink them all with Vintage Photo because I may want to ink some up with the smoke gray, or I might want to use the blue. I've got kind of an aquamarine color, so, you know, I don't want to make them all brown. Let's give some to this one. At least they're fussy cut, right? That helps. And another one. Good. And then I'm not going to ink the flowers. Okay, let's just get it going here. Start with this one. So I watch Gail Costanelli. I'll link her also, as well as Treasure Books. She's a journal maker. I'm not good at journal making, but I want to get good at it. So what do? You just keep trying, right? That's what we have to do. So do I want the pink with the pink? Maybe I want that gold one over here with the pink. I'm having a hard time picking things up because I just filed my nails. My nails took a hit. They were just peeling, and that's why I haven't been wearing nail polish. And I've been just trying to get them back into health. So I've been filing them so that those little thin parts aren't sticking up and breaking off. So I think I've just about got them fixed, but I'm going to try putting some polish on them tonight and see what happens. Now I think I want this a little closer to this edge. And then I'm going to put the heart a little bit more on the edge. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That looks fine. And now the leaf. Let's get that going. So right now, it's snowing to beat to ban. They said an inch an hour. If this keeps up, that's exactly what's going to happen. 8 inches, which our city can handle 8 inches, but it's got to stop snowing. You know what I mean? They can shovel and salt all they want if there's still... I have a blue stamp left. I'll have to figure out where that was supposed to go. But when it's still snowing to beat to ban, I'm going to be driving in the slippery snow. And there is those cautions. Don't, stay off the roads if you can. So that's what I have to do. That's okay. It just means I get to spend more time with you. Maybe this one here. I don't remember where I had it. Probably in between those two. I really don't mind that. Yeah, let's do it. That's fine. Okay, now, this one needs a backing. I don't think I have enough here. No, I don't. So let's grab another piece of that. Now they have in here this pink, and that kind of goes with all of what we're doing. But I just didn't know how I would like it. I mean, these are just hand-drawn, which, nothing wrong with that, but... And blue, no. I think we'll just start with cakes. Yeah, we'll go with the cakes. So let's take this out. Knowing the person I intend to give this to wouldn't surprise me if she ended up making some recipe from here. It would not surprise me. All right, now back to the Not Fabri-Tac Foam and Poster Board by Beacon. I'll tell you, it smells and it acts like Fabri-Tac. It really does. And it's not a bad smell. It's just that spirit glue smell, but it's not bad. You don't need to open all the windows and put a mask on. No. I think they do recommend on just about all their glues that you do have proper ventilation. And I think unless you're in a closet, you'll be fine. But don't go by me. You do what you know is best for you. Okay. I'll get this on here. One of the things, I don't know if you ever noticed about these spirit glues, all of them, they are cold when they're getting dry, and I can feel the coolness of that glue. All right, let's cut this out. So are any of you in the snow? Now, what is today? Let me think. I think it's January 28th. It's 2023, and then we're in the last week of January. I think Wednesday is the 1st of February. Okay. I really do like this postal art. I really think it's neat. All right, I'm going to use the big corner rounder again. If you only buy one punch, you get a corner rounder. And I did buy both of my corner rounders new. This one is a Recollections. It's the Michaels brand. It works just fine. And they run them on sale a lot. But the reason why I wasn't too concerned about buying used when it was corner rounders, people that have corner rounders, they use them a lot. And I just didn't want one that ended up in the thrift store or even in a garage sale because it's wore out. And that is one of the stamps that wears out or punches, just like I was saying with the, you can't find the perforated postage stamp edge scissors. Real popular, real popular. I'm going to put some on this side and see I got the nice word cakes right there. That came out good. This covers the edge so that you don't see all the layers, and I like that. Okay, here is journal card number 2. We got that done. I like that just fine. Okay, now I'm just picking these out of here. Another journal card. All right, let's see. Do we want to just get away from postage and head with butterflies or something? We could. Okay, so the butterfly stickers were here. So let's just get a few out and see. That's pretty. Now this is a sideways one. I would want one more different from all of those. Like maybe here. Maybe here. I like that better. Okay, let's go with that. Now I have here a couple of them, because I say they're kind of autumny colors, but I don't know that that's necessarily bad. But what I was going to say is this butterfly, this one looks like it's kind of coming in for a landing. So if I just put a flowery thing here, that kind of, I kind of like that better. Could even go up this way a little bit. What do you think? I wish I could hear your voices. Maybe bring this down just a tad. I like that okay. Need something up here. Maybe that's where we can put a stamp. And maybe a blue one to go with that blue butterfly. It's not a total match, but I do like that it just bringing some blue. Okay, let's go with this. Now this is just a piece of paper. It's not a sticker. I think that's nice. And let's get this one down. Whoop. I did not put the inking around the edge, and I think that's fine. I think it would be almost be awfully dark to put ink around this one. And these plastic stickers, I really don't think it would be very easy to ink them up. And the way they're so plasticky, I think it would smear and rub. I'm grabbing a pin because if you know me at all, I can be really challenged in getting those stickers apart. And with these Julie no-nails, I think it's going to be even worse. So let's see about getting in between. Try another spot. No. There we go. This must be just fascinating video. Okay. And these stick like crazy. There we go. Okay, there's one. Can you stand it to do 3 of these? Oy, oy. I do like that these have like fine details, and what I mean by that is like they've, you know, the little skinny legs and the antenna are so cool, and I don't have to fussy cut them, and I don't have to cut them off. Okay, got this one. Oh shoot. Try again. Okay. Don't lose it, Julie. There we go. Okay. I like that. One more. Trying. You know, to hit this literally microscopic edge with the pin, that takes talent in itself, which I don't have necessarily an abundance of. Don't lose it. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with this. I hope that you are. Now, we got to do the back. Will this fit on here? Nope. I could piece it together, but I think after a while that gets about as interesting as me trying to get the backing off of a sticker. So the leftover pieces, they won't go to waste. I promise. All right. Now this one is not that slippery stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and use art glitter glue on the back of this, because this is just raw cardboard. And I don't know what kind of food packaging this was, but I think it was a cereal box. Use what you have. That's my motto. Because the less we put in the landfills, the better, right? Say right. Right, Julie. Tic-tac-toe cake. That sounds fun. Okay. Get this all rubbed down good, and we'll give it a cut. The scissors just go right along the edge of this cardboard. So nice. Makes it handy. Okay. Let's take a look at what we have. Now, here's our back. And I'll tell you what I was thinking. Let's get that stencil. And let's see what we can do with this. Now that it's 90% done, can I just ruin it? I can. Hope I don't, but oh yeah. Wow. This is very sticky. Goodness. Well, Stamperia, you tend to do things right. Although I'll tell you, Stamperia stencils, not my favorite. I bought this one because, number one, I got it way cheaper than retail from getting it at the craft warehouse. And the subject. I've been looking for either rubber stamps or stencils or both. But here, I have the thing on here. So I paid $4 for this, and the cheapest I found it was $11 at Walmart, new. Now, I did not compare it to ones that were used. But let's see. I realize this is hard for you to see, but I was just thinking about putting something. How about London? It's like it's like, I don't know if it's if it's from canceling a stamp, or if it's like the kind of things that they stamp your what do you call that? My words, I'm telling you, ever since I had COVID. Your passport. All right, I'm going to be using the aquamarine. So I'm just grabbing a different sponge. And I'm going to use two of them. One says London, and the other one says Lisbon. And I'm going to try to not get any of the other ones, but they're pretty close together. And if it's not perfect, I don't care, because when people stamp these kinds of things on your passport or on your mail, they're not perfect. So I'm not worried about perfect. I just want the indication that it's there. All right, let's see. Yes, I think that's fun. All right, we're just going to leave that. But I think I'm going to, when I do the edge of this one, I'm going to use the blue. I'm going to go back to using the larger corner rounder. Oh, this is a smaller one. That's all right. Yeah, that's fine. And let's get this ink out. We've got the blue stamp, we've got the blue butterfly, and now this is aquamarine. Are they identical? No. But I think it just gives a nice feel. I really do. And it does make a nice framing. And I'm going to go on the back. Have you made any journals like this? A 6x6 journal? And this one was, no sewing. I'm fine with sewing them, but this one just isn't that way. And well, that's fine with me. Okay, we've got another one done. I like it. Okay. Now, what's next? All right, a couple of tags. So we'll start with the little one and then go to the big one. And I am going to, well, I have two choices. I could round the corners or make it tag shape. You know, I'm not going to make it tag shape, not this one. Now, this corner rounder may be too big. I'm going to give it a try. That's fine. It's going to make like a total, yeah, I was going to say like a totally round. It's a different shape, but I'm going to show you why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so there's our little tag. I'm not going to put a whole lot on it. I've got this little piece of book page. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Kind of towards the middle. I didn't get the edges enough. Let's get the paper towel. Okay, and I'm just going to put one stamp on here. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit this with the blue. Good. And let's just get that glued right on. I'm going to go a little lower than the middle on purpose. Okay. And the back needs backing, so now we can use one of these leftover pieces, can't we? Just barely, but that's all we need. We only need just barely. The stamp is coming up on the edge here. Okay, let's turn this over. Give it a good rub. And we'll cut it out. Now these stamps that I had cut out, the postage stamp things, they are printed on both sides. If you hadn't noticed, one of them has music notes on one side. The other one is just kind of a background pink. Okay, let's get rid of this. So what I was thinking for this is putting a stamp or two up top, and that can be like the little thing that you use to pull. See if I can find two that are relatively the same size. And I know that the edges are not going to match up perfect, and I really don't care. I think that's fine. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the blue around the edges. Good. Okay. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one to the front and one to the back. I probably should have put the glue here, but I think we'll be fine. See, like that. Move it over just a bit if I can. Well, it's stuck. That's all right. It's fine. And I've got some glue on the table. We'll take care of that. Same thing for this one. But now I can bring the glue up here. Good. Oh. Oh, that is really sticking up high. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to grab one of my crazy scissors, cut it off, and ink it. No one will know unless you tell them. Look, that side looks fine. This side looks fine. And I'm going to go around the whole thing with a little bit of this aquamarine. Okay. There's another one done. Now this looks kind of strange. It's just like a little piece of book page that's just stuck there. Let's see what's in here. No. What's in here? Yes. Maybe something like this. I don't mind that. I've got a green number here. The green just it doesn't do it for me, but I think I've got some blue. I do. I've got some blue and pink. I like that. I like that. We're going to put that on there. I made these. There's a video. And I just love, you can buy these labels that other folks have made on Etsy. But I just decided to make my own. Okay, I like that better. Sure do. Okay, the green one goes down there. The brown one goes up here. All right. Another piece of ephemera done. This is fun. Are you having fun? I am. I think this is our last piece, maybe. Yep. And then we've got the plain paper to do. All right. We can glue this right to here. This is that shiny stuff. So I'm going to use the Beacon poster and foam glue. I'll tell you, I love this little bottle. And even as I'm working along, if the glue gets low, it's still not that far away, you know, where you're not just waiting and waiting for the glue to get to the tip. All right. And let's put this on here. Isn't this fun? Did I already ask you that? I'm having fun. I guess I figure sometimes that's all that matters, but it's not. It matters to me. Let me know in the comments. Julie, you're as boring as watching paint dry or grass grow. I hope I'm not. Oh, I just looked outside and the snow stopped. Huh. Well, if that's all there's going to be, it's quite anticlimactic. But I'll tell you, where I live, which as far as a drive, I would say it's about a 20-minute drive to get to Lake Michigan. Now, does that mean you can get to a public beach or something? I don't know. But the clouds don't know either. And so as the clouds roll over the lake, then they end up filling up with water, and then we get the lake effect snows. I've got these little flowers. And that could be a whole different look. I don't think that's a bad idea. Now, all of these have kind of a common denominator with they all have that kind of a coral color. I like that. I think I'm going to get, and yes, I made these. I like that. I was just thinking now, book page. I think so. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip this and I'm going to ink the edge of the paper and leave the flowers alone. I think that'll be a nice look. And I'm making a torn edge all the way around. All right. What I want to do is get that book and we're going to pretend that it's a inking book on a page maybe I'm not too nuts about anyway. I like the way I'm not crazy about this, so. All right, I'm going to go with the vintage photo. Let me just see if I can, sure. All right, vintage photo all around this edge. Ooh, I went into another color. That's okay. It's another brown. Okay. Now, we're gonna glue this down. Yeah, still no snow. So with the lake there, the clouds go over the lake, then they fill up and you get these bands. And you know how the weatherman has different colors? Well, the navy blue bands are the heavy snow. And this is why it can be so hard to predict, because how many of those bands are going to be made and how many are going to make it over to where I live and all that. A bit of a guessing game. They do well. They do very well, but it's hard. It's a bit of a it's a bit of a challenge, I think. So the way I made these flowers, I cut them out of some of those magazine painty papers that I make. But I found a punch, and it was a lady selling them in one of the groups I'm in, one of my Facebook groups, and she was, I'm gonna put, let's see, with this one on the bottom, yeah. So she is moving and is downsizing, and she used to have an online store. So not everything by far that she was selling was used. And then after I placed my order with her, she loaded up other stuff, but I specifically ordered this punch. I'm just going to put this one in the middle of these two. Needs to come down a little bit. That's fine. Just fine. Is it perfect? No. Is it just fine? It really is. I like it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is round the corners. And I think I'm going to use the larger. Yeah, I got the back done. Okay, when it starts littering, then it means it's time to empty the back. And the thing is, if you don't empty the corner rounder punches in a timely fashion, they do not punch properly, and oh, does it show. But I knew this one can be a little bit of a stinker to get open and shut. Let's just hope we can do it. There we go. All right, here we go. Okay, that looks fine to me. Now, I was thinking about, again, to pull it up. And I think I want to use stamps again. And maybe this time I can kind of meet them up a little bit, because they're not that far off. Now, these two are really the same size, quite a bit. Okay, these will be great. I do want to get the vintage photo. There. This one, the edge and the background is almost white, and I really think this helps you be able to see. I've got some crumbs from that. Those crumbs will leave streaks of ink, and I don't want it on my stuff. Okay, now I got both of these done. This is the top. And let's put some glue on the top. Is this the one? Yes. Okay, put some glue here. It's really, I really overdid it. So let's mop that up a bit. Okay. And then meet these two up together better than I did the first time. There we go. Much better. No trimming necessary. I like that. And now I'm cutting this off. I'm using up the end of these older cosmetic sponges, and that's why I'm not buying them anymore, because they tend to start to shred pretty quick. Although I've read and been told that they do tend to do it when you're inking edges a lot. And that's a big portion of what I do, is inking the edges of things. So can we see the ink on the edges? I think so. Okay, so there is another one. Yay! Okay. Now, that is the end of the ephemera, but I've got some papers. I'll set that down. Some plain papers. Let's get the lid on this glue. Have you noticed that I don't have to be quite as diligent with the art glitter glue and the top? As I said, when I refilled it, it was a lot thinner. These pins, I also learned, they fill with glue, and that's why they don't want to go up and down. So I just threw them away. And let's get another one. There we go. But again, Gail Costanelli, I told you that I like to watch her. She refilled her art glitter glue, and it was thinner, and I could tell she's having an easier time. So I don't know if they changed the formula, or it's just the batch, or what it is. I still love the glue. Absolutely love it. Okay, the plain white papers. So what I want these for is to put in the different places in the journal where I can tuck a piece of paper. So what I thought we would do is use some of these, just a little bit, not to go crazy. Now this one down here, it's a typewriter, and it says "for you." I don't know. I just kind of would rather maybe stick with the postage and the canceling stamps. I think they're fine. All right, I'm going to go with the brown this time. And whoop, remember what I said about flimsy? My opinion, but yeah. This one says Dubai. Okay, looks good. And this one says Bangkok, Thailand received. Put that one on here. Okay, that came out good. And then maybe one more. It's a pretty long piece of paper. Not postcard. Well, we could do postcard at the tippy top. I'm not going to put it in the middle because I'll never get it in the middle. So I'm going to put it off to one side. And then it won't look glaringly wrong. Now, if you're a stamper, you're going to know that I'm not doing a perfect job. Anybody might know I'm not doing a perfect job. But I don't care. I'm, for my mixed media, I think this is fine. Okay, I like that just fine. And so I've got another one. I mean, it leaves plenty of journaling space. Now we can go, if we want, with the blue on this one. And I don't know why I put that on the floor. We can go with maybe on the side here. This one says Barcelona, Spain. I know it's white on white and it's pretty hard for you to see, but I don't know what to do about it. Okay. Good. This one says Prague. It looks more like a shipping label, maybe. Or again, maybe one of those things you would have on your suitcase. These are so close together. I may end up going over a bit, but I hope not. Okay. Prague came out good. And then maybe one down here at the bottom. There's a triangle one here. San Francisco. Maybe that's where you land when you get home. Okay. I think I got that one all right. Okay. I like that. Sure. Okay. And we've got one more. And we could go totally rogue on this one and do something completely different if we want. Maybe a sticker. How about that? I've got some stickers here. These are the gluing on kind, which is fine. This is like the schematics for a motorcycle. Now this one looks like a stamp. So let's go with that. And then maybe something, again, more in that vein. This looks like it could be part of some kind of a ticket. We'll go with that. And this is a number 2. How about that? Yeah, change it up. Now, I don't think these are stickers. Sometimes it can be so hard to tell. Well, let's grab a pen because I'm so good at it. And just see. Oh, good call, Julie. It was US. I don't know what made me feel like these weren't just paper, but I'm glad I figured it out. Okay. And then this is a number 2. No idea what that would mean. Okay. Oh, snow is back. Sure is. Okay, and then how about we'll get this again. One of these had, yes, those lines. And I'll just put some of those wavy lines like when your postage is canceled. And this one's black. I like that, but it needs a circle. All right. Portugal. Fine. Okay. Do you have the time for me to go ahead and see how these might get put together? Okay. So I'm going to set the papers to one side. Let that ink kind of cure a little bit. Now, here we go. I just want to be sure now that my hands, I don't think they're inky. Okay. So nothing here. Here goes a tall one. Like this. Doesn't that look sharp? Okay. Now this turns over. That doesn't do anything. This opens up. Nothing's going to happen with that. But this opens up and I have a pocket right there. A big pocket. So we're going to put this in there. And yes, I know that these things are sticking out. I want them to. I want them to be saying, check me out, check me out. There we go. Okay. Now, this is a pocket here. I'm going to put the watercolor one in here. That's fine. Okay. Bring this over. I'm missing something. What did I miss? We went in here? Yes. Okay, so we're not missing anything. This side has this that opens, this that comes down. Now here is where I was going to put some paper. And I'm going to fold it, and I think I'll fold it so that those items show, at least partly. Yep. And then I'm going to just get a nice paper clip, and that'll be paper clipped in there. Okay, now we've got this sideways pocket. Put this in here. Nice. And here's another place that I thought we would tuck some paper. Maybe like this. Julie with the no nails. Do I need to get another pin? Probably. There we go. And doesn't that look cool? Okay. And then we've got the back. And that's going to have this. Good. And then this one, I knew I had a place that I was going to have two. But do I want two in here? Let's just look at this for a quick second. Okay, we've got this. This is coming out. We've got this. This opens up. We've got this. Maybe we'll put this in here. I like that idea. Okay. All right. There she is. And yes, she's got things sticking out, and I love that about it. I really do. So all I need to do is sign it. Should I do that now? Sure. All right, let's get a Sharpie because I don't want it to bleed. Here's a Sharpie. Is this that? No, this is good. Not will it, right? Yes. All right. And this is 2023. There. All right. Thank you so much for hanging in here with me for this long video. Since you're here, go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you like this video. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing. It helps my channel so much. I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye now.